Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I want to talk about business rates or council tax for serviced accommodation hosts. Now this question gets asked all the time, whether it be on Clubhouse, on my YouTube channel, in my inbox and Instagram. I always get asked, should I be on business rates or should I be on council tax? The simple answer is you should be on business rates. If you're operating a serviced accommodation business from a property, effectively you are trading as a commercial premises, and therefore you should be on business rates. It's not a question of if you should or shouldn't, you should be. Now, a lot of people stay on council tax because they want to save a few quid, and generally council tax is cheaper than business rates. However, there's no hard and fast rule as well. A lot of people say, well, how do I know? It's not a simple case as going on and finding your council tax band and knowing exactly what you're going to pay. It goes on various different factors, which the Valuation Office Agency, the VOA, as its little acronym is, they will assess your property based on how many beds it is, what size it is, where it is, etc. And they'll give it a rateable value. Now, with that rateable value, that you then, depending again on various factors, you will pay a percentage of the rateable value divided by 12, and that is your business rates bill for the year. Now, since lockdown, business rates have been exempt. So if you had your properties on business rates, then you will have paid effectively no business rates for the last year. The also upside of it is you will have actually received some grants from the government, because typically they've been issuing grants based on the business rates. Now, if you're on council tax, you have struggled to get the rates, and you just shouldn't be on council tax. That is the be all and end all. But a lot of people are worrying that when there's no doubt business rates are going to go up. The government's got to get this money back at some point. But what they have also done is put a line in the sand and a stake in the ground to sort of say, if they do lock us down, they are going to fund businesses that are on business rates with these grants. That's typically the precedents that they have set. So there is talk about a November 2021 lockdown, when winter flares back up again, and that we might go back into lockdown. So a few serviced accommodation hosts have reached out to me and said, well, I'm interested now because we're about to go into this boom period, but what about when we lock down again? Well, for me, being on business rates gives you the confidence that you can actually invest in these properties, that you can invest in these rent-to-rent deals, lease options, take on these longer-term tenancies, however the structure of the deal works, knowing that the government set a precedence that if they lock us down, they're going to fund the hospitality and leisure industry through grants. Now, that will top up any loss of earnings and pay any rents and bills typically, and it's a real safety net for me right now, knowing that I can push hard, I can continue to do what we're doing, we can continue to take on these properties, knowing that if we do go into another lockdown, for me, I think the government set out a standard that they're going to live by, and they're going to fund us with the grants to keep us going. So, gives you some confidence, and really worth noting. But for me, there's no question, it is business rates. You have to go into business rates. Now, you can get small business rates relief if you only have one or maybe two properties, but once you start to scale your portfolio, unfortunately the small business rates relief goes away and you have to start paying business rates on all your properties. Again, there's complex structures you could set up. You could put each property into a limited company and get yourself around the small business rates relief, but the cost of filing accounts plus the administration of doing all that might outweigh the business rates bill. In my experience, it's easier to just suck it up. If you've got more than two properties, great, you're doing well, you're making money, and just live with it, because it's just an operational cost that you have to factor in, and, becomes part of your business. So, as always, if you like the videos, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification to make sure that you get videos every time we post them. And please, please, please leave a comment below, ask any questions, anything more you want to know. I personally reply to them, and we'll get back to you as quick as possible.